Wait. Before let me run this by you.
Yeah.
Before we gonna probably put this on there. Since we talking about the Cubs, y'all know y'all got sold a bill of goods by the Dodgers, right? Y'all got a lemon that costs $126 million. There's nowhere in the world I'm talking about the Dodgers right now. Ain't nowhere in the world you didn't know his arm was like that before you guys bought him. Well, I can't blame the Dodgers. I got to blame your Cubs because when you had the physical, you can't tell me this didn't show up.
I don't know. He pitched it. How many games he pitched?
Good. What you talking about for the Cubs?
Yeah, he pitched like
that's my question to you.
4 to 6 games. I think maybe 4 games before he started having trouble. So I don't know.
But see, I guess it
was already questionable.
Right, because he wasn't pitching worth crap them 4 games, and something tells me that was bothering him when he was pitching them 4 games.
It could very well have been.
You kind of get what I'm saying? You know, to me that I would have to go back. I don't know what you could do as Cubs could do to tell the Dodgers, y'all sold me some crap. Y'all owe me something. You got to pay half this contract or something. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It just because all right, this is how I see it. And let me tell me if I'm wrong. Like I said, you know I can't stand y'all Cubs anyway. But let me ask you this. It was, to me, if I was Theo, it was too easy for let me back up. Why would you put Darvish on the market? And you are as I'm talking as a Dodgers, you are a championship contending team. So why wouldn't you sign Darvish and try and easily get rid of him? You kind of get what I'm saying?
I don't think he was on the market. I think he was a free agent. He was a free agent.
Were they even trying to keep him?
Nah, he was. I don't remember. He was a free agent though.
Okay, maybe. Something's just fishy about that to me.
Yeah.
You know, and all of a sudden now he got a what's that? A stress reaction. And they say he had elbow problems. And they say this would be his second Tommy John, right? He already had Tommy John surgery. Right. This would be his second one if he went along to it. But now they saying it's a stress reaction. No structural damage.
All I know is we had $126 million.
Yeah. I would be highly ticked off with the Dodgers because something tells me they knew.
Don't think they ain't getting no phone call.
Because I think I was talking to somebody at the job. I was saying that I can see the Dodgers going to Darvish like, listen, man, I know you're a free agent, you're trying to get all your money. We know your situation, so we ain't even gonna try to sign you, but we'll keep your stuff under wraps. You go ahead, get your contract, and move on. You kind of get what I'm saying? Yeah, I can see that happening.
That's some shady shit, though. Hell, you Darvish don't even speak English.
Right. So you know you ain't get. He probably told the interpreter, whatever, just go along with what I'm saying and let's move on, so you can get your money.
Yeah. So
it's that's how I feel about it. But anyway, I don't mean to bring.
Or they could have rolled the dice. Just roll the dice and say, okay, well, we got something that's that's gonna help him work through this, and it hasn't worked thus far. So now they just like, okay, well, it's not working. We got him for 6 years. Let's just shut him down now. And hopefully next year is definitely better than this year.
I got you. Right. It's just like I said, I'm a diehard Sox fan, and I don't really like the Cubs, but it's a Chicago team, and I don't like that. To me, that was some shady shit right there.
Yeah. It looks sneaky. It seems sneaky, especially since you paid all that money for him.
Right.
So
you got 5 years left with him, right?
Yep. They got 5 years left with it.
All right, man. Listen, just had to put that out there real quick, man. You know, I ain't losing no sleep over this shit. But
yeah, I know what you shouldn't be, you know.
You know, I don't have a horse to the race, so it feels good knowing that. Yeah, anyway.
Well, we just trying, you know, they can Sam Murphy, so they trying to go the other way. Then I guess.
Right. Right.
It's like, okay, we out here and there. We can't out pitch.
Hopefully that worked. But you know what? What this was messed me up. Now between him and what's your is he center fielder? The other guy that can hit, that don't have any defense.
They don't have defense.
Yeah.
Center fielder?
Schwarber, not center fielder. I'm saying I don't know if he plays. He left field. Yeah. So you got two guys on the team that can hit the ball but don't have any defense.
Yeah, well.
Hey, I'm just saying. Hey, you know, it's one of the things like we grasping for anything that can help us make it through the postseason.
That's right. Right.
Quick question: where y'all ranked at?
In National League?
Yeah.
We had the best record in the National League.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, let me shut my mouth. I'm keep on moving, man.
Best record in the National League. Right now, that's home field.
Okay. How many more?
Shit, I don't know.
30-something, right?
Yeah, something like that. 30-something. Yeah.
We will come back to this later.
We're just trying to survive the dog days of summer right now.
Yeah, you ain't lying, boy. All right, man. Let's go ahead and start this show. What up, peeps? This is Get With It Sports, place where you get your sports with a little swag. I'm Glass.
I'm Brandon.
The best tag team tandem out here in sports talk, about to give you another episode 66 of the 2 Cent Deposit on Sports, the place where we give you our 2 cents on the recent topics in the sports world. As always, we want to thank you for taking the time to watch the show. While you're here, go ahead and click the subscribe button to the channel so you can be alerted to all the episodes we have here at Get With It Sports 2 here on YouTube. You ready to get it going, get it cracking, bruh?
Get it started.
All right, man. It's gonna be fast and hot because I got a lot to talk about with this Urban Meyer situation. Yes, boy. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump on the news tape. First off, this is a crazy situation here. Former Buffalo Bills guard Richie Incognito had several guns in his truck when he was arrested Monday for disorderly conduct and threats, charges connected to an incident at a funeral home. The 4-time Pro Bowl guard wanted his deceased father's head cut off for research purposes the day he was arrested at the funeral home in Arizona, according to the police report. Witnesses said Incognito was punching caskets and throwing objects in the funeral home after being uncooperative about signing cremation papers. He was also reported to have slammed an urn on top of the casket he eventually chose for his father. Before I move on, after just reading that, if your father about to be cremated, why are you buying a casket? I'm just saying. Or maybe, or maybe his father wanted to be cremated, but he wanted him to be buried, but he wanted his head cut off for research. So you can't. It's just crazy. I just read that like, huh? That didn't make any sense. Anyway, let's move on. At one point, Incognito asked one of the funeral home employees if he wanted to see the firearms in his truck and began making gun-like gestures with his fingers. Police found 5 guns in his vehicle, all of which were owned legally. Incognito has since posted bail and been released. The 35-year-old was found with a handgun silencer, a Glock 17 9mm, a Glock 35, a 40 caliber gun, an FN Herstal Belgium rifle, and 2 other rifles. My man came loaded for bear. For real. Police responded to a disorderly conduct call at a Scottsdale mortuary on Monday afternoon, where Incognito was making funeral arrangements for his father, who died Saturday. Scottsdale police released the following statement. Incognito reportedly was upset with staff and began to damage property inside the business and shout at employees. At several points during his contact with staff, Incognito threatened to retrieve guns from his vehicle and return to shoot the employees. Once on the scene, officers detained him as the incident was investigated. Based on the investigation, Incognito was arrested and held on misdemeanor charges of threats and disorderly conduct. In June, Incognito spent 3 days in a psychiatric hospital after a reported altercation with another gym patron. Bruh, this is just an incident waiting to happen. We already know he's damaged goods in the head. I'm talking about. I know he owns these guns legally, but the police got to do something about this, because what you doing carrying all these guns in your vehicle at all times? Number one, you only need one, but you bringing you like I said, you loaded for bear. If something jump off, you cocked and ready. Something need to be done with this. What you think, bro?
I'm just gonna put it on out there, man. Just say, hey, it was a good day to be white. You know, I said it was a good day to be white. He riding around with all these guns and telling the people in the funeral home what he gonna do, how he gonna do it. He want heads chopped off. He making gestures. And the police went in there and detained him and had a conversation. Probably brought him some coffee, had a conversation with him. If he'd have been black or brown, hey, this all would have been an afterthought. I'm just saying, look, hey, he was threatening the people in the funeral home. He had guns all in the truck, whatever. And, he was making gestures. Yeah, we shot his ass. Yep. Yeah, they was legally, but hey, he still can't come down here with an arsenal. Obviously he came down here to do something. He had an arsenal. That would have been the story. But because it was a good day to be white, it didn't turn out that way. And I don't wish nothing like that on nobody, purple, black, white, whatever. Mm-hmm. But the way it is, the way our society is today, it was a good day to be white. He got an charge of a misdemeanor, and they sent his ass home. He gonna, man, hey, yeah, he got issues. Bottom line is, yeah, he got some issues, and he need more. How many days? Way more than 3 damn days. In the psychiatric hospital. Was that the minimum?
That must have been, yeah.
That is crazy, man. But yeah, we can spend the whole program on that one right there.
People, if y'all don't understand, that's why I get down with my bro right here. He'll give it to you raw with no chaser. That's what I'm talking. Bruh, I totally agree with you. If he was any other color but white, see, that's why people don't understand about white privilege.
Hey, there it is, right? All you got to do is read this article right here. Oh, that's what white privilege is. I can ride around with all my guns and threaten people and do all that.
Just the fact that just the fact, like, we didn't see the videos. We don't know about anything about the videos, but let's picture this. If this was a Hispanic, black football player, we won't even say football player. We ain't gonna put that in here. No need. If you go into an establishment, tell an employee, you made a ruckus. You banging stuff, you throwing stuff around, you talking about cutting off your dad's head, just like you said, cutting off your dad's head for research. Yeah. Then I look at the employee and say, do you want to go to my car and check out my guns and point at them as if you shooting at them? They bringing in the SWAT team.
Right.
With high caliber rifles to take you down.
Right. And they're gonna use everything, and let's not discount that he is a football player. 6'5", 200.
Big dude, right.
Plus pounds, a big guy, was upset with staff and began damaging property and shouting at employees. Man, get the hell out of here.
Once he walked out the front door going toward his car, he would have been gone.
Yeah.
He would have been
he made a move.
Yeah.
He made a move. They shot his ass up and then went to, he was loaded. He
was loaded. We had to do this.
They just showed pictures, everything. The guy was crazy. They had interviews with staff. Yeah. Everything. Yeah, he threatened me. He said that this is where he broke the urn. He said he was going to chop off the head of his father. Yeah, man, yeah. Good day to be white, Cognito.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. That's all we need to say about this situation. It's done. But seriously, they need to find a way to, I ain't gonna say take the guns away, make sure he don't carry it with them. That he can carry it with them. But there gotta be some way to put the flags on this individual of all the psychiatric issues that he have, and the fact that he got high power weapons. Simple.
Because
if you got a silencer, that's scary part right there.
That's what I'm saying, right? That's man. That's what I'm saying. Because now if anything happened now, it's gonna go back to this.
Come back to this, exactly.
If anything happened now, it's gonna come back to this.
Yeah. Oh, hope number one, I hope Richie Incognito go get some straight up mental health.
Hopefully somebody read this article or whatever, or family or whatever's involved and say, hey, we got this guy, he in trouble.
Yeah.
The league or whoever, say we gotta get somebody out there to help.
Totally agree. All right, man, let's move on. I talked about your Cubs before the show started. Yeah. We gotta talk about my beloved White Sox. I had hope for this rookie. He had pitched was it Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday. Had a good start before it started raining. It was a 50-minute rain delay, and they just kind of like took him out like, okay, we've seen enough. It's too long of a rain delay for him to come back in. I'm talking about Michael Kopech for my Chicago White Sox. He's another one got caught up in it. Hey, just like Herm would say, don't press in. This is one of them situations right here. Chicago White Sox rookie right-hander Michael Kopech is the latest Major League Baseball player to have offensive tweets surface. Kopech, who made his NFL debut against the Minnesota Twins on Tuesday, I was right, on Tuesday, acknowledged he sent racist and homophobic tweets in 2013. One of the since deleted tweets contained the N-word. Quote, yeah, I had to delete some stuff, Kopech said. Things I said that were immature and inappropriate. I used some poor language in there. Obviously, I'm trying to be looked at as a role model. The last thing I want to do is have some kid look at what I'm saying and take it the wrong way. It's unfortunate that I was ever at that point mentally, but it's not who I am now. Yeah, I cleaned some tweets up and tried to get rid of them, but obviously people saw them. It's not who I am now, and it's not who I want to be. It was something I did in high school, and with everything I've done through in pro ball the last 5 seasons, I feel like a big part of my career was maturing. Hate to see it, but it's not who I am anymore. Close quote. While the tweets and questions have been deleted, they have been preserved in a series of screen caps. The 22-year-old is the 4th young player who have old offensive tweets surface this season after Josh Hader, Trey Turner, and Sean Newcomb were exposed for using offensive language in their Twitter feeds. I'm sorry. You know what? I could take it the wrong way, But I kind of want to believe these young kids right here. Number one, they immature. This was when they was in high school. And yeah, they used the N-word. And everybody got I'm keep it out. Everybody got some degree of homophobic tendencies. You know, I'm just gonna put out there. I am comfortable with gay people, but did I have tendencies back in the day? Yes, I had tendencies back in the day. We mature now. I'm 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? I've learned. You know, I got family members that's gay, so I'm cool with it. Back when you was in high school, nah. You know what I'm saying? Number two, the N-word, even though I can't stand it, E-R-A, whatever, I don't like calling people, I don't like using the N-word. But these rappers have it in their song, and all these Caucasians or whatever race just saying what they're saying in the song. And they figure, you know, N-I-G-G-A is not racist or not harming anybody. It's a term of endearment word, which I don't believe. But anyway, like I say, rappers put in their song what you expect your fans, whether they white, black, Indian, Asian, to do. They gonna sing their song with the word in it. I don't agree with it. You know, is there double standards? Hell yeah. We can say it, y'all can't say it. It's simple as that. So they did some stupid stuff back in the day. They put in tweets. Now I give Kopech a lot of credit because instead of leaving it there and you be up under the radar and everybody seeing it, you cleaned up. You try to clean up your past so they go back to it. But unbeknownst to everybody know once they get one, they're gonna sweep through all the players, all the white players. It seems like they all pitchers that's been caught. You're gonna sweep through all the players, see what you got in the past. I ain't got time for that. That's people that ain't got life. They got any life. But I ain't going back in nobody's tweet to see what they put out there.
Right.
But it happened. Somebody screen capped it. It is what it is. He apologized. From here on out, if you do something, then we got problems. But whatever happened in the past when you was 13, 14, 15, 16, I ain't going to trip too much about it. What about you, bro?
And is that what? Because I don't even know what context he supposedly used it in.
You're right. It got erased. But what I'm saying is, I seen Josh Hader's, I seen Trey Turner's. I don't think I seen Sean Newcomb's. Basically, they stating rap lyrics.
Okay.
With the A instead of the ER.
Yeah. So I mean, this society, man, is just so, you know, again, it's where we at right now. And these guys, they trying to make a career or whatever for themselves or whatever. So now you always got somebody that's going back, you know, looking at, you know, into their past or whatever. I mean, he's 22 now. This is done when he's in high school. I mean, like you said, let's move on from it. He definitely shook up about it. And I would like to think that it won't happen again, you know, but hey, you never know. And if it does, then they definitely going back to this. That's why it was screenshotted and everything, though he went back to delete it and, you know, stuff like that. So I mean, yeah, he trying, I don't know if he making amends for whatever he apologized for. I mean, like I said, it happened in high school. Who ain't done nothing stupid when they was in high school?
Right, right.
So I mean, that's when you do all your stupid shit. So like you, let's move forward and you know, let's hopefully it won't happen again. You know, maybe like you said, if it was in a rap song, rap lyrics. No, it's not. It's not cool either way. But hey, he said it. It's done. It's over with. Let's move on and pick another rapper or edit your shit. You know,
right.
Edit the version or whatever. I don't know, but you know, find something else to listen to.
I got you. You know, we're the land of second chances. You know, okay, back in the day, I didn't know you got caught. You apologize. You say you mature. Well, I'm gonna move on from there. Just don't let it happen again. Because if it happens again,
right now you got it.
Let me ask you this: you ever was at a light? Out here in the suburbs. I'll just pull out here. You don't live in the city no more. You in the suburbs too. You ever roll up at a light? The car rolls up, bumping whoever. It's a white dude in the car. You be like, you hear the song like, boy, if you go here,
right. You better not say it if you want to.
I'm just saying, man. Woo, yeah, so we in a whole new time now, boy. Let's move. I'm gonna save Urban Meyer for last. We're gonna jump to the NFL. Washington Professional Football Club inked running back Adrian Peterson to a 1-year deal worth $1.015 million, or the minimum amount for a 12-year veteran. That ain't a lot for a 12-year veteran. A little over $1 million.
Yeah.
The deal comes a year after Peterson signed with the New Orleans Saints for 2 years and $7 million. This time around, the future Hall of Famer likely favored a starting opportunity in the twilight of his career over money. Peterson has earned more than $98 million in total cash in his previous 11 seasons. Peterson's salary for 2018 ranks 29th among running backs, a spot he shares with fellow veterans Darren Sproles and Frank Gore, who also signed for the veterans minimum to continue his career with the Miami Dolphins. So my question to you is, do you think Adrian Peterson got enough in his tank to make a difference in Washington?
I don't know, because last year it was more than obvious that he didn't fit in with New Orleans.
Agree.
Washington, they definitely gonna run the ball a lot more than New Orleans did, and I don't know. I don't know if it's he got incentives in that, where he can actually turn into $5 million. I don't know, So it's different. It's interesting because judging from last year, I don't know what he got, left in his tank. To be honest with you, I don't know. I think Washington, they may have saw something. They lost their running back. I don't know if this is just another roster spot, that they trying to fill or whatever, and they filling it with a veteran. So we all have to wait and see. But, all eyes will be on him come opening Sunday.
Right. I totally agree. Well, I'm looking at this right now. They need a running back because, of course, Darius Geis blew his ACL first preseason game, and he was the future for Washington. And I'm looking at Byron Marshall has an ankle injury, questionable. Samaje Perine, ankle injury, questionable. Chris Thompson, leg injury, questionable. So he might be starting at the beginning of the season. You know what I'm saying? If healthy, you know what I'm saying? He's I would have to say 33 and a half years old.
Yeah,
he is a freak of nature. He bounced back from his own ACL injury, and the following year, I think he almost broke somebody's record. Who's the running back record? For a single 2,000 some yards for a single season. The following year, I think he was MVP that year. So he got it in him to do something. I think this is the place. This is one of the best places for him because he didn't fit in New Orleans because they had Mark Ingram, and Kamara.
Right.
That rookie that blew up. So since they had Kamara blown up, they didn't expect that. So they was like, okay, well, we can't use Adrian Peterson. I think they traded him to the Cardinals. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. I wish him well, Adrian Peterson. He made his money. I just got through saying $98 million for the career. He ain't hurting. So I think he just, like he said, just playing just to play. It's not even about the money, as you could tell, $1 million. He just playing to play. And I mean, if you could do something, go ahead, make your mark, show what you got. If you get another payday, hey, best luck to you. Anytime a football player can make money in the NFL, you go ahead and do that. I ain't got no problem with it.
Right. Exactly.
All right, man. Now, I don't know what's going on with Oakland and Khalil Mack. Between Khalil Mack and Aaron Donald in L.A., they getting financially wronged with their teams respectfully. New York Jets has reached out to the Oakland Raiders to express interest and the disgruntled defensive end Khalil Mack. However, the Jets haven't made it an official offer yet. More than a dozen teams have inquired about Mack's availability, with several reaching out on multiple occasions. The Raiders are continuing to tell interested parties that they won't part with their star defender. Mack, a 3-time Pro Bowler and 2-time All-Pro, is entering the final year of his rookie contract in 2018. If he doesn't get a new deal, the 27-year-old will carry a cap hit of $13.8 million. The fifth overall pick in 2014 draft has remained away from Raiders throughout the offseason, with his official holdout reaching its 27th day on Wednesday. And if I heard the other day, if he doesn't show up to the next preseason game, he's gonna get fined $800-something thousand. With that being said, if he hasn't been fined yet that money, or it's coming up, if he sits out, he's serious. He might sit out a year. If you taking $800-something thousand out of my check, you damn sure gonna sign me up to a contract to cover that loss. I agree with Khalil Mack sitting out, because we just talked about this last week with Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
This could be the basketball version, the football version of Isaiah Thomas. I blew up one season. I'm looking for a big time contract. I messed up my hip. Now I'm making chump change compared to all these other players that I know I'm better than. But because of my hip, you give me chump change. He only made $6 million. I think we talked about it a couple of months ago. Isaiah Thomas only made $6 million in his a little over $6 million in his NBA career. And we talking about football, where you run into brick walls every Sunday. And dude, nah, I'm with Khalil Mack. I'm trying to figure. Now we talked about this last week.
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna pay a coach? And we talking about what's his name? Jay Gruden, John Gruden, right?
Yeah, John Gruden.
John Gruden, 10 years, $100 million. He hasn't been in the game for 10 years. And when he was in the game before he got released from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I think it was Tampa Bay Buccaneers, before he got released from Tampa Bay, he wasn't doing that much then. I'm not saying he won't be a good coach. He's been out the game so long. I want to know if you're going to be acclimated to what's going on in the league now compared to back then. But back to what I'm saying, you paying him $100 million, you can't find money for Khalil Mack? When your best defensive player, if not one of the best players on your team, I got a problem with that.
Well, I mean, he's the GM, ain't he? Ain't John Gruden the GM?
No, I think it's
John Gruden, he don't have both positions?
I don't think so. That's a good question. You want to have me look this up? I don't think so. Isn't it Mark Davis? Is that his name? Mark Davis? Al Davis' son?
Yeah. Well,
I think he might be.
But this is my thing here. Okay. And like you said, we talked about this before. We also talked about it last week.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
I understand. Okay. I understand, the football life, it can end at the next play. Okay. Mm-hmm. More so than anything, right? Your next play can be your last play. And I understand that's why these guys, they look for that payday or whatever. They look to get paid or whatever. But as an owner or whatever, 5 years is 5 years. It doesn't say 4 years and you hold out the next year to, renegotiate your contract for X amount of years or X amount of dollars after that. I got you for 5 years. I got you for 5 years. That's just it is. That's what we signed for 5 years, not 4 years and a holdout. Or what we would call nowadays an option.
Okay, Larry, bruh. You basically didn't. I guess you did sign, because I guess.
You signed the contract. Whether it's a rookie contract.
But you handcuffed. There's a cap as a rookie. Remember, a couple of years ago, they put that cap on there because before you was paying these players $80 million as a rookie, especially quarterbacks. Now they threw the cap on there where a rookie can't make a potential NFL career money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you getting ridiculous money. We just said last week with Aaron Donald making $400-something thousand. They're making $880,000. And I'm the one of your best. I'm the best player in the league, man. And I'm just making $1 million this year. That's a bunch of BS. Okay, you know what? I hear what you're saying. You thinking as an owner, you a better man than me, because I'll be damned if I'm thinking like an owner. I'm thinking like the players. I hear what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But you handcuffing these players when they're coming out of the draft. You got a limited amount of money to give them. So you telling me I shouldn't be playing? I should be half-assing next 4 or 5 years?
No, because now if you half-assing, I'm not gonna think you worth it at the end of this contract.
So you're making my point. They are handcuffed. I'm looking to make this money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See, this, I don't give a damn about owners or organizations right now in the NFL, because the life expectancy to play in the NFL is damn near 3
to 5 years. Right.
All that's off of rookie money. That's BS to me, man. You are not making money if you.
You know what? Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. And maybe they should do it differently or whatever. Because yes, I know these owners, they making
hand over fist billion.
Right.
Now I think last I remember it was $9 billion.
Right. They making billions. They making lots of money. And I'm not saying don't think for 1 second I don't think that each and every one of these players don't deserve whatever they asking for, because they do.
Mm-hmm.
But it's how this stuff is, and maybe it's the CBA. They got
it is the CBA.
Okay, and that's how that's where the problem comes in at. Maybe that's what the side I'm looking at it at.
Right.
From that point, it's got to be renegotiated on how these players get their money or whatever. So because this is happening, it's more often than it used to.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you say, you got Donaldson, now you got Khalil Mack, even with the Bears quarterback Trubisky, this going into his second, third year, whatever. So it's gonna happen here. I get it. I understand. It's just that it's just something bothers me, it bothers me when you sign a 5-year deal, and after your second year, you want to hold out, say, hey, I want a better deal. Well, fuck you mean you want a better deal? We sat across the table, it's a 5-year deal. You just finishing up your second and third year. Why should I renegotiate your contract the next 2 years? And I got 53 players on this team.
I don't give a damn about the 53 players. All 53 players is not playing on this field like I'm playing on this field. I believe that. I hear what you're saying. Like I said, I have no choice but to sign this contract, man, in order to play and get some money. I'm not getting. Then, like you said, okay, if that's the case, if I exceed what I'm getting paid, I should get an extension ASAP. Instead of you sitting there, well, you signed this 5-year contract. Number one, I'll be damned, I'm gonna sign a 5-year contract. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, you drafted me. Okay, say if I don't sign, let me ask you this, because I'm not. I know A and B. I don't know about C. If I don't sign the contract, like, who was it? Roquan Smith from the Bears. If he didn't sign that contract, what would happen? Because the Bears have
his rights.
See, that's BS to me. So he has to sign
or sit out, or before you sit out, or the Bears say, look, he's not coming, he's not gonna play for us, whatever. let's see if we can move him and trade this pick. You know,
something got to be done in the next CBA.
Trade him something. Yeah, I mean, right now, you know, the players, they getting screwed, you know, with this. You know, I don't know why they went along with. I forgot how they came about signing this one. You know, because the last one was screwed up.
Right.
Last CBA was screwed up, and now it look like this one ain't no better. You know, so.
And I had a problem with, I don't know if DeMaurice Smith had anything to do with this CBA right here, but for it to be 10 years long was ridiculous in the first place. That's too long for me not to be able to make some moves to better myself and better my players. I'm talking about as DeMaurice Smith.
Yeah.
He was stupid for signing 10 years. Now, I think we got 2 years left. I think it's up in 2020, right? With that being said, I think I said this last week. I said it Wednesday on Team Board TV show. These players right now, DeMaurice Smith need to talk to them, tell them, save your money. Whatever money you got, don't splurge on it. Save it, because we're going on strike in 2 years if we don't get half of what we're asking for. That's see, you shaking your head. It's how them players gonna be shaking their heads like, man, I got schools to pay, I got cars to buy, I got cars to pay for, I got houses to pay for. That's why I'm saying. I said 3 years ago. I mean, not 3 years ago. I said last year when you had 3 years to work with, save your money. Now you got 2 years to work with. Save your money, because y'all need to go on strike. Because I'll tell you this right now: if they sign a CBA that's not player friendly, I don't want to hear shit from them. Whatever happens, just like we arguing now, I'm done. Whatever happened to y'all, because y'all had this opportunity to change this stuff for your betterment, and you went on here signing because you got bills to pay. Man, miss me with that.
And that's the problem. I got bills to pay. Look, I got everybody out there on the field. You know, they even mess around. What they arguing about ain't got nothing to do with me.
Right. And that's where we're gonna have problems. But we'll deal with that when that situation comes up. But this, and it seems like all the defensive players get ramrodded, get raped when it comes to this money, man. We just said all these other players getting paid on the Rams, but the guy that you drafted, the guy that made y'all relevant when y'all was ish a couple of years ago, you're not gonna pay.
Yeah.
Just crazy. All right, man. Before we end this show, I got ran on this Urban Meyer mess right here. The Ohio State announced Wednesday that head coach Urban Meyer will be suspended without pay for the team's first 3 games of 2018 season following an investigation into his handling of domestic violence claims involving now former assistant coach Zach Smith. Athletic Director Gene Smith will also be suspended from August 31st to September 16th. Quote, although neither Urban Meyer nor Gene Smith condoned or covered up the alleged domestic abuse by Zach Smith, they failed to take sufficient management action, the school investigative report said. Meyer will be away from Ohio State for games against Oregon State, Rutgers, and TCU. He will return on September 22nd contest against Tulane. You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Well, you know why I can go first, because I told you last week.
Yes, you did.
You know, this guy should be suspended a year.
Mm-hmm.
Then they come back to the table and reevaluate, you know, this whole thing. Because although they put out a statement that, you know, he didn't condone or cover it up. I'm not saying he condoned. He never hit nobody or did. I never said that. But as the figurehead of this organization, he knew about it, and he didn't say nothing about it, you know, when it happened, because he had personal ties, you know, with Zach Smith or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So now, to me, this whole thing is a slap in the face. You know, what the fuck is 3 games? You know, that's not. I would rather you not suspend him then. You know, because this is an embarrassment. 3 games, and he can coach them 3 games from practice or whatever. Because I don't even think they banned him from practice or none of that. You know,
they didn't ban him for practice. They only banned him to participate in those 3 games. He can still practice.
So it's going to be his game plans and all that stuff. He's going to coach this game, sitting in his living room, with from the damn telephone.
Mm-hmm.
That's bull. That's BS. He should have got a minimum of a year, and went from there. Not saying that he either get a minimum suspension of a year or get fired. One of the two. 3-game suspension is nothing. And like I said, he's still getting paid. He's still, like you said, go to the practices. Everything but standing on the sidelines on game day. So, no, he's not suspended. He just won't be at the game, at 3 games. And that was a slap in the face to everybody involved in this. That's what I got to say.
All right. I totally agree with you. You know what? All this adds up to an equation that goes throughout college sports, let alone college football. Morals are less than wins. If you win, we're going to throw morals out the window. We went through this with Joe Paterno, with this Jerry Sandusky situation. We just went through this last year, and I'm trying to remember his name, Art Briles from Baylor, where they had they had like multiple rape allegations against the players there, and he just turned a blind eye, even though he got daughters. He turned a blind eye. Number one, Baylor is a Christian school. And you had all this stuff jumping off at your school. And you talking about you all about religion, and I don't know if it's Catholic. I don't know what it is. I just know it's a Christian-based school. You got all this stuff jumping off. And then before that, they had a basketball player shooting another basketball player, and the coach trying to hide that. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much stuff going on where your basic morals don't come into view when it comes to wins. That don't go with the coaches. That only go with the players. That go with the fans. The fans still with Joe Paul situation. They had fans marching for Joe Paul. When this man knew what was going on for decades.
Yeah.
When this Urban Meyer situation went off, you had a couple of hundred. Let me take that back. You had almost 100 people in front of the stadium with picket signs on Urban Meyer's behalf. Ain't nobody talking about Courtney Smith, which is the ex-wife of the accused.
Right, it's getting her ass whooped.
She ain't even. Let me get into that real quick. But anyway, let's talk about Zach Smith. Now, I don't even know if you knew about this. I did a little research on this situation. Of course, we all know Zach Smith is the grandson of Earl Bruce, which is Urban Meyer's mentor that gave him, made him to the winning coach that he is. So he trying to give Zach Smith a mulligan, staying on his coaching staff. But check this out. This what came out in the investigation. Number one, he always late for practice. He really wasn't he was not just an assistant coach. He was the wide receiver coach. And the wide receivers that played for Urban Meyer said Zach Smith, they could have did a better job with somebody else instead of with Zach Smith. But he was always late. The players were there before him.
Mm-hmm.
He frequents strip clubs. I don't have a problem. Okay, that's your thing. That's your thing. But check this out. He purchased sex toys and accessories and had them delivered to the athletic department. Had sex with a secretary in the department. He's married. Took pics of his penis on campus and at the White House. When they honored him. I knew that was going to he took Peter shots at the White House. I think the bathroom of the White House.
Oh my God! Yeah, wow, boy.
Let's not forget he hit his pregnant wife in 2009 when Urban Meyer was the head coach at Florida. And then again in 2015, which was brought at OSU, which brought this situation to a head right here.
Right.
Okay, like I said, his ex-wife's name is Courtney Smith. Urban Meyer is being paid $7.6 million annually. He signed an extension. And the 3 games that he missed accumulated to $291,000. Chump change. That ain't hurting him too much after you making $7.6 million.
No.
Of course, he's behind Nick Saban as one of the top coaches in college football. We all knew that. He said, remember when I don't know if you remember, he said he had a no tolerance policy, yet he had 31 arrests on his docket from the players when he was in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Even with Aaron Hernandez. That should tell you a lot right there, how he catered to his players. He had text messages erased from his phone by his assistant that were over a year old. You're trying to cover your bases when the shit hit the fan.
Right.
Investigators said he had no recollection of the 2015 incident and said it was due to medication he was taking because of his health. Bruh, I seen an article where he said he knew every snap that happened when he was at Florida going up against Nick Saban in Alabama in the SEC championship games. But now you have no recollection.
Somebody come to you saying that they getting their ass whooped by their husband.
You know what I'm saying? And then he's saying that he didn't receive any text from his wife. Listen, he been married to his wife. We talking about Shelly's Meyer. He been married to his wife 29 years. You mean to tell me Courtney Smith went to your wife and told him about the incident in 2015 and you didn't tell your husband at all?
Right.
Come on, man. Like I said, morals are above wins, or greater than. I'm sorry, morals are less than wins because Myers at Ohio State, since he's been at Ohio State, he is 73-8. That's 90.1% winning average while he was there. And last year he finished 12-2, 8-1 in conference. If he had any other different numbers than this, he wouldn't be there anymore.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't even been investigated.
Then yesterday, this will really tick me off. Yesterday, he had the press conference about the 3-game suspension. Yeah, I guess one of the reporters said, "What do you have anything to say to Courtney Smith?" He never said her name, and he never apologized to her personally. He said, I think it's something like not just with her, with everybody in the organization and fans. I apologize. So you didn't personally apologize to Courtney Smith, let alone not even said her name at all during the press conference. And then they had a meeting for 12 hours. Guess what they had a meeting for 12 hours for?
What?
Because Urban Meyer didn't think he deserved the 3-game suspension.
He didn't think he deserved 3 games.
He deserved the 3-game suspension.
He ain't there fighting that.
He fight. I've been like, you know what? If you don't want to accept the 3-game suspension, you might as well walk about this door because you done here. But then we don't know what the buyout would be. I'm sure you got a hellacious buyout. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to lose. They want to win. But what are you saying to your?
But there's no buyout if he quit.
No, I'm talking about if he said he don't want to take the 3-game suspension, get to walking.
Right.
No, it would have been there's a buyout clause in everybody in all college coaches contract. But somebody just went through one. Oh, who just got fired? I think Patino from Louisville. He was trying to get his buyout. They fired him. I think he was owed $38 million buyout. I think he lost it, if I'm mistaken. But, they got stuff like that. And back to the 3-game suspension. Like I said, the 3 games, Oregon State, Rutgers, TCU. Only one of them games is conference, and that's Rutgers. And Rutgers ain't jack right now anyway. It's like, hit me up when Nebraska, Purdue, Michigan State, Michigan. Get suspended for them games. It is what it is. But I'm just so tired. It's just like you just blatantly pissing in our face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. So, like I said, long as he winning or whatever, that's morals. Like I said, is out the door.
The morals are gone. You know, it's like, to me, you can't come in my household trying to get my kid to go to your school if you got stuff like this.
Right.
And one more thing, it just now hit me. He got a 3-game suspension, right?
Yeah.
Last week, a week before last, we talked about the North Carolina players who sold gym shoes. They got 4-game suspensions. What the hell?
I got 4-game suspension.
But you're gonna get him 3 games, and this is, to me, this is more egregious than what you lied. You try to cover your bases, you only get 3 games. While the people who trying to get money from selling shoes got 4 games. I'm done, man.
Yeah,
I'm so done.
That's where we at as a nation.
I lost all respect for Urban Meyer. I like Urban Meyer, man, even though he coached at Florida. When he went to Ohio State, I thought that was a good fit. But now that I know about you, man, dude, I hope you get whooped all the time now. Sorry, Ohio State. All right, bro. I think that's all I got, man. You got anything to say before we close shop?
Well, I ain't got nothing else to say. But you know that the horseshoe it's gonna be filled every Saturday. You know, it's a shame. It's gonna be filled every Saturday.
Yeah, man. It is. It's gonna be, if he keep winning. He got suspended for 3 games. When he come back to whatever I say, he gonna play who? He'll play Tulane September 22nd. We all gonna forget about this.
Yep.
Back to normal. Anyway, bruh, you ready to go ahead and close shop, man?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
All right, man. The crew here at Get With It Sports want to thank you for taking the time to watch the 2 Cent Deposit on Sports podcast. Once again, while you're here, click the subscribe button so you can be alerted to all the new episodes we have here at Get With It Sports 2 on YouTube. Find us on Twitter, me at Get With It Sports, my partner in crime here, Brandon at LED412. Read the post on our blog page at getwithitsports.wordpress.com. Follow us on Facebook and on Instagram at Get With It Sports, or contact us via email at getwithitsports2. That's the number 2 at gmail.com. Everybody that want to get into our Pick 'em and Shut Up League, it's almost time. The season almost starting. You only got a couple more weeks left to jump in. So if you want to jump in our Pick 'em and Shut Up League, email us. Hit me on Twitter. Hit me in the DM. You know how to get me on social media. Hit me up on social media. I give you the password and all that good stuff. So, as always, this your boy Glass.
And I'm Brandon.
The best tag team tandem out here in sports talk. Be good. Be safe. Get with it.